morning, everyone. This is Omar Saeed. In a few minutes, inshallah, I'll be joined with Mr. Anthony. Today we continue with grammar, lesson 4, part 2, using subject-verb agreement. Yesterday, we talked about what is subject-verb agreement is, and we also talked about phrases or clauses between subjects and verbs. And today, inshallah, we'll be going straight to talk about indefinite pronouns. What are indefinite pronouns? Indefinite pronouns refer to a person or a thing whose exact identity is unknown. Like, for example, look at this picture. Okay, I know that some action is done, but I don't know who did it. So I might say someone, for example, spilled my coffee. I don't know who exactly this person is. So some indefinite pronouns are singular. Some are plural, more than one. And some of them may be either singular or plural, depending on how they are used. So let's start with the singular plural noun, singular indefinite pronouns. The following indefinite pronouns are singular. Singular means one. Anybody, either, neither, one, anyone, everybody, nobody, somebody, nothing, everyone, no one, someone, each, everything, nothing, something. So we need to keep in mind that all these pronouns are treated as singular. So whenever we think of a verb, we think of a singular form of the verb. So like, for example, I'll pick everyone. So if I ask about you guys, am I going to say, are everyone here or is everyone here? Very good. So of course I'm going to go for, is everyone here today? Yeah, is everyone listening? Is everyone watching the video? So everyone is here today. Everyone is happy. Everyone is trying to watch the video. So everyone likes the video. Everyone dislikes the video. So I treat it as a singular subject, which needs a singular verb too. So the grammar gal says the words one, thing, and body are singular, simple. This is a no-brainer. So are the indefinite pronouns that contain these words that are compound of this word plus another word. Example, is one late? That means, is anyone late? So the way you treat the pronoun one is the way you treat the compound noun anyone, the compound indefinite pronoun anyone. So we treat it as a singular pronoun here. That's why it takes is rather than anything else like are, for example. So a thing has been lost. So if I don't know what something, so I'm going to use something here, or nothing. If I use something or nothing, so the same idea applies to these words. So nothing has been lost. So I use has rather than have, which is a singular verb. Remember, boys, a singular verb ends in an S, while a plural noun ends in an S. We pointed this out yesterday. So his body looks fit. His body looks fit. Look at the verb here. What have I added here? I added the S. Why? Because, as I told you before, it's a singular verb. So I can say everybody looks fit. Everybody looks fit. So I treat everybody as if I'm treating the word body itself. All right. So let's move on to the next slide here. We are still talking about indefinite pronouns. Remember, the indefinite pronouns are those pronouns which replace a noun that we don't identify, we cannot know who exactly, or we don't want to mention who exactly he is. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on to the next slide here. So we talked about the indefinite pronouns which were singular. Now we're going to talk about the indefinite pronoun that has the following indefinite pronouns are plural. All right. So plural indefinite pronouns are something like both, few, both, like two, few, many, several. So here, for example, we have are both cars antiques? So we are talking about these two cars in the picture here, and I'm asking a question about them. If I'm wondering here if they are antique or not. Everyone, please welcome Mr. Anthony. He has just joined us.
Good morning.
So, Anthony, how was your day yesterday?
Great, thank you. Thank you, very good.
Great. So, I started early so that I can finish by the time, because we only have like an hour for both grades. So,
Great.
Here, Anthony, we're talking about the indefinite pronouns that are treated as plural, and as a consequence, we need to choose a plural verb.
Okay.
So, for example, the word both is plural here. So, can I use is here?
No.
No, because is comes with singular only,
Yes.
but this is plural. So another example is few have climbed that high. So we're talking about few people who managed to climb that high. So that's why we chose a plural verb. So here we use have rather than using has, because few is plural. Yeah. All right. So let's move on to the next slide here. Anthony?
The following indefinite pronouns may be singular or plural, depending on how they are used.
Yeah, so for example, these words, all, more, none, any, most, some. So these are all pronouns, but it depends on where they are used, or with what words they are used. For example, if I'm talking about all the juice, I'm going to be all the juice. The juice is an uncountable noun. So I'm going to be all the juice is in the fridge, right?
Yes.
But if I say all the students are attending here with us, because I'm talking about all the students, right? So which is plural here. So some of the tests was easy. I'm talking about how many tests am I talking about?
One.
Only one test. That's why some here refer to a singular entity. In this case, the test.
So usually some can be used for plural or
Or singular. It
singular.
depends on the combination or the word combination that it combines with. For example, here it comes to modify tests, so it's going to be plural, singular, because it refers to only one
only
thing.
one test.
Yeah. So another example is
Some of the questions were hard.
So what am I talking about?
More than one question.
Yeah, very good. So I'm talking about more than one question, which is plural. So I treated it as a plural pronoun. I mean some here in this case. So let's practice together, Anthony. So what the question says?
Identify the subject of each verb in parentheses. Then choose the form of the verb that agrees with that subject.
So here we have between parentheses we have verb forms, different verb forms. One of them is singular, and here is plural, and here also singular. Remember, boys, a singular form of the verb I mean, we add s. So the plural form of the verb doesn't have an s. So here also we have singular form of the verb is, and the plural form of the verb be, which is are in this case. So how do I choose, Anthony?
So
it depends on
the
the
verb,
subject. The subject. So because as we said before, a verb must agree in number with the subject. So what am I going to look for here?
Looking
I'm
for
the subject,
subjects.
and I'm going to look for
If it's
whether
plural.
it is plural or singular. So let's go for number one.
So each of the dogs has or have its own bowl. So the subject would be dogs. No?
Not really. So I'm talking about
Each.
each.
Each, yes.
Like each refer to only one of the dogs.
Ah,
So
okay.
how many dogs am I talking about here?
More than...
No, only one.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
because
yes. No, it's confusing. I got you.
each, like
yes.
every one of the dogs. So
Yes.
each is a singular pronoun here. So am I talking about dogs? No, I'm talking about only one dog of the dog. One of the dogs, all right? So each here means one. So am I going to choose plural or singular verb in this case?
I think we're going to choose...
Remember,
if
we're
it's
talking about
singular,
each.
I think we're going to have to use the
Yeah.
singular.
Yes, that's right. And remember, what do we need to choose? Which verb form we need to choose when we choose a singular verb? The one with S or the one without S? Remember, we're talking about the verb, not the noun Anthony.
So the one with S.
With S. Very good, very good. That's absolutely right. Spot on. Very good. You nailed it, Anthony. Okay, so let's move on to number two.
Few of these jobs sound very challenging.
So, am I talking about one job or I'm talking about few of the jobs?
More than one.
Yeah, and few is more than one. That's why I'm going to go for a plural verb. Is it the one with the S? No, because S signals a singular verb.
Okay.
No, I'm going to go this time for the one without the S, which is
sound.
yeah. So
Few
please try to, after you finish answering a question, try to find a proper explanation why you have chosen this choice. It's not enough that you choose the right answer and that's it. So
Yes.
here we chose sound because the subject here in this case, in this sentence, is few, and few signals a plural indefinite pronoun. All right. So let's move on to number three.
Most of the painting is or are finished now.
So how many paintings am I talking about?
One.
And how many of it? I'm talking about most of one painting. Most of one painting. Remember, most can be used with singular
Singular
and
or
plural. It depends on the noun that it comes with. So I'm talking about most of one painting. So am I going to choose is or are?
Is.
That's absolutely right, Anthony. Very good. So most of the painting are finished. Now, moment of truth. So let's see if our dear students could do these or not, Anthony.
Okay.
So can you tell us what the question was from us?
For each of the following sentences, choose the correct form of the verb in parentheses.
Yeah, so again, boys, I don't think I need to remind you, if the verb ends in an S, that means it's singular. If the verb does not have an S, it's plural. So singular, plural,
Great.
singular, plural, singular, plural, singular, plural, singular, plural. Simple.
Great.
Right? So now I need to decide on the subject, whether it is singular or plural. Here it's crystal clear.
Both.
Why? Because both refers to how many? Two. Yeah, very good. So am I going to say, was both of the meetings cancelled or were both of the meetings cancelled, Anthony? What do you think?
I think were,
Yeah, because both
because both is a plural.
plural. It refers to two meetings rather than one only. All right, so let's move on to number two.
Some of the plants requires full sun.
Some is tricky because some can be used with singular or plural.
Yes.
But am I talking about some of one plant or more than one plant? More than one. So plural here. So
Yes.
some is going to be plural too.
Yes.
It's a bit confusing, but it's easy. It comes with practice, as we said before. So the
Yes.
key to grammar is practice, practice, practice. Yeah.
So
So
if
some
it's-
of the plants.
So if it's plural, then we use we drop the S.
Very good,
and
because
we
we've
use
got
one.
enough S's, we said before.
Yes.
Yeah, so with the plural noun, we've got enough S's, so we choose the one without S because the verb without S is in the plural form.
Okay, so most of the plants require full sun.
Yes, that's absolutely right. Number 3.
Each of the children wants a new toy.
Aha. So you gotta be careful because each does not have the same rule as the word some. Each is always singular. Yeah, you can refer back to the list, boys. You can refer back to the list that we had before, which indefinite pronouns are singular and which are plural and which are both singular and plural.
So if there's a singular, then we add an S.
Yes, that's absolutely right. So
Each of the children wants a new toy.
because each one of the children wants a new toy. Now let's move on to everybody, and this is another tricky word because although everybody may, semantically speaking, refer to a group of people, but it's always the word every with any combination comes as a singular. We talked about this before. If we can go straight to the list, we'll find out on which slide. We are on 27 now. We'll find out that the word every is a singular pronoun. So it's always treated, so look at everyone, everything, everybody. Yeah, so it's always treated as a singular pronoun. So let's go back to our slide here, which is 27, right?
Yes.
So
singular, therefore, we're
Yeah.
going to add an S.
yes,
Everybody enjoys the
the
new
new
art.
art class. Yeah, and I hope everybody enjoys our class now, Anthony. So let's move on to number 5.
Several of the lights is or are out.
Aha, the word several is always
Plural.
plural because it refers to more than one thing. So which one are you going to go for? The singular form with an S or the plural form without an S?
Plural.
Yes, absolutely right, Anthony. Yeah, so were we right for
Yeah.
the first one?
Where
Yeah.
both of the meanings cancelled.
First,
Some of the plants require full sun. Each of the children wants a new toy. Everybody enjoys the new art class. Several of the lights are out.
So we were all right. Good job, boys. I love you all. I hope you have understood all this. And please, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask anytime. So now, here's a new topic we are talking about here. We are talking about compound subject. We talked about this last grammar lesson, right,
Yes.
Anthony? So when we have a compound subject, remember we have like 2 subjects for only one verb.
Yes.
Like Mr. Anthony and I are doing a class now. So the
Yes.
subject here is not only I, not only Mr. Anthony, it's both Mr. Anthony and I. So how do I join the 2 subjects? Using the word and.
Yes.
So maybe I would say Mr. Anthony or I will do next week's class with you. So either one of us,
Yes.
not both of us. So Mr. Anthony or I is doing or will be doing the class with you next week. So a compound subject is 2 or more subjects that are joined by a coordinating conjunction. Remember, boys, a coordinating conjunction is one of the fanboys. What are the fanboys? F for, A for and, N for no, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, S for so. These are called coordinating conjunction. They join words or groups of words that are used in the same way. So let's go back. So a compound subject is 2 or more subjects that are joined by a coordinating conjunction and that have the same verb. Let's look at this example.
Subjects joined by and usually take plural verbs.
Aha, so because we're talking about both subjects,
Yes.
right? That's why we said Mr. Anthony and I are doing a class now because we both are doing the same verb.
Yes.
But if I say Mr. Anthony or I'm gonna be like, yeah, all right.
So Raman and she like hiking.
Yeah,
So subject 1, Raman,
yeah.
and subject 2 is she
How do we join the two subjects?
with an
Using,
and.
so this is treated, this
It's
is going to be
one
treated
conjunction.
as a plural subject. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So here, which verb form have we chosen? The singular one or the plural one? Remember, the singular verb comes with an S. Remember that, boys.
This is plural.
Aha, this is plural verb because the subject here is plural because we're talking about two people here. Now, Africa, Australia, and Antarctica are all continents. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about Africa only? No, we're talking about Africa plus Australia plus Antarctica. We are talking about 3 continents.
Yes, so it's
So
plural.
plural. So which verb form are you going to go for? The plural form also. Alright, singular subjects joined by or nor take a singular subject verb, because at the end of the day, who's going to do the verb? Only one person. Like here, for example. Look at this. Marcelo or Donia knows the address. So who knows the address? Either one of them,
Yes.
not both. So I assume that only one of them knows the address.
Yes. So
Right?
therefore we use a
A singular,
Singular
verb.
verb.
And the singular verb comes with
Yes.
an S. Yeah, that's absolutely right. So neither our phone, no. So I'm negating the fact that both subjects did the verb. Yeah.
Yes.
So neither our phone nor our doorbell.
was working.
So why? Because
Because-
it's singular.
Yes.
Because the doer is no.
Yeah, because nor is more like similar to or, so it's one of the
Yeah, yeah, very good. And both of them, both subjects, haven't done the action.
Yes.
Have you noticed here? Because I'm negating, I'm denying the two subjects that they have done the action.
Yes.
You see? So plural subjects joined by or nor take a plural verb. So if they are both plural, so in both cases they are still plural, because for example, if I'm talking about mice, more than one mouse, remember boys, mice is the plural form of mouse.
Mouse,
So
yes.
one mouse, 2 mice.
Yes.
Yeah, mice or rats. So if I deleted one of them, it's still
Still
plural. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why we
Therefore,
go.
drop the S and
Yeah.
make it, and therefore it's a plural verb.
Yeah, we drop the S if it is a plural verb, of course.
So mice or rats make these holes.
Yeah, so the same way, the same rule applies to neither nor. So neither problems nor delays. So I'm talking about,
More than one problem.
yes, very good.
More than
Keep me from trying. But the problem is not here, anything. The problem is when a singular and a plural subject are joined by or no. Aha. So in this case, what should I do? The verb agrees with the nearest subject. So if I have both singular and plural at the same time, okay, who will the verb, in the case of or nor, of course.
Yes.
Alright? So, for example, neither the potatoes nor the roast is done. So we have potatoes and we have, which is plural, and we have singular roast here.
Yes.
So the verb agrees with the nearest subject.
Subject. Okay. Therefore, it's
Yeah.
singular.
Singular, yeah, yeah. So the verb is in this case, in this sentence, is agrees with the nearest subject. If it is no, but if it is and, it's going to be plural anyway. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Lyle or his friends are responsible.
So here we have one
Singular.
subject is singular and the other subject is plural, but which one will the verb agree with? Of course, it's going to agree with the nearest to it.
So
Yeah.
therefore, it's plural.
Very good. So let's go back to our example, Anthony. So for example, if I say Anthony or I am doing the class tomorrow. So am here agrees with I because I is the nearest subject to the verb. So in this case, I'm going to take am, okay? Because or here. So the verb are agrees with the nearest subject. In this case, it's friends. Okay, let's practice together, Anthony.
For each of the following sentences, choose the form of the verb that agrees with the compound subject. Marlon and she is or are dance champions.
So how are the subjects combined here? And.
And.
And means that both subjects together have done the verbs, the verb, right? So, or done, did the job,
Yeah.
okay? So,
Marlon and she are dance champions.
yes, absolutely right, very good. So, because and adds a subject to another.
Yes.
So, they are two now, two subjects rather than one subject. Okay,
Neither Alexander nor Elizabeth
aha,
owns or own a car.
yeah,
So it's one or the other.
yeah, one or the other, yeah.
So therefore,
It's going to be subject. It's going to be plural, singular, sorry.
singular.
Singular,
So
like
we
one.
singular. So we have an S.
An S, yes, that's absolutely right. It's easy. It's a piece of cake.
Yep. Neither Alexander. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to number. Sorry, guys, I didn't give you enough chance to have a look. Okay.
Neither Alexander nor Elizabeth owns a car.
Yeah, owns here comes with an S because it's a singular verb. All right, so let's move on to number 3.
The director or the actors has or have to compromise.
Aha, Anthony, this is a bit confusing because we have one subject which is singular
And then
and one
subject
subject
is
which is
plural.
plural. Which one should we go with?
The director or the actors compromise.
Because we have or in the middle here. So we're going to go to the nearest, which is,
Actors.
and actors is plural or singular.
Plural.
So we're going to go for,
Have.
very good. That's absolutely right, boys. So,
The director or the actors have to compromise.
yes, that's absolutely right. So, let's move on to exercises. Of course, boys, you will find all these exercises on the worksheet, and of course, you can always have access to the PowerPoint presentation, which will be attached with today's class. The worksheet was attached with part 1, and today, inshallah, we are going to attach the PowerPoint presentation with the part 2. And please, if you have any problem with the technology, if you have any problem with downloading the file, let me know as soon as possible. And I'm going to try to put them up on WhatsApp group too. Okay, Anthony.
For each of the following sentences, choose the verb that agrees with the compound subject.
Aha, remember boys, we're talking about compound subject. Two subjects that are connected with one of the fanboys. All right, so here, for example,
Lucy and Mia has or have roles in the play.
so how many people am I talking about here?
More than one.
Both of them, right? Not
Yes.
either one of them, all right? So which verb am I going to go for? The singular one with an S or the plural one without an S?
Plural.
The plural one, because I'm talking about two people here. So let's check. Yeah,
Lucy and Mia have roles in the play.
wonderful. So let's move on to number 2.
Water or juice
Aha, so either one of them.
is or are available at the snack bar. So it's singular.
Yeah, I'm going to go for
With
the
a
one with the
S.
S. Remember, boys, I said it like 40 times now. A singular verb means that it ends with
S.
an S. That's absolutely right. Very good. So let's move on. Let's check the answer and then move on quickly to number 3.
Water or juice is available at the snack bar.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So it's either water or juice, not both of them.
Neither cell phones nor radios.
Aha, so both subjects are plural, so it's not much of a hassle here. Now I know which one should I go for.
Works in the tunnel.
Yeah,
So both
are plural.
plural, therefore we are going to use the
The one without
one
S
with
because
S.
we have enough S's, as we said before, with the noun.
Yes.
Of course. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Neither cell phones nor radios, neither cell phones nor radios work in the tunnel.
That's absolutely right. So let's go back to number 4.
Bill and his family
And so, okay, it's clear here.
goes to the park on the weekends.
Yeah, so who am I talking about? I'm talking about both Bill and
Both.
his family.
Both of them.
So we're going to go for goes, singular, or go, plural.
Go plural.
Go, plural. Very good. We're going to go plural. Oh, sorry guys. I apologize. So, number 4, right?
Bill and his family go to the park on the weekends.
Yeah. Number 5, last but not least.
The birds or a squirrel eat or eats the birdseed.
This is a bit confusing, Andrew, but remember the golden rule. If there is or, we normally go with the nearest subject.
Okay.
So where is the nearest subject here? Squirrel.
Squirrel.
How many squirrels are we talking about? Only one.
One.
So we're going to go for the singular verb, which in this case should be eat or eats.
The bird or a squirrel eats.
Yeah, very good. Eats. Very good, with an S. So we're stressing the S here, boys, so that you do not forget that a singular verb takes a singular S. Alright? So let's move on to the next part of our lesson today.
In some sentences, the subject comes after the verb.
Aha, like this sentence, Anthony. Here is or are a set of keys. So where is the subject here? A set of keys.
Yes.
Yeah. So which verb should I go to? Should I go to is or are? So let's reverse the sentence. We can say a set of keys is or are here. Reverse it.
A set of keys, then you would put, because it has it's plural.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're going to use are.
No.
No, you're going to use, sorry, plural, you're going to use
I
is.
tricked you.
Trick me.
Okay, because I'm talking about only one set.
Only one, yes.
Only one set.
Yes.
Only one set, rather than.
Because I was thinking
Oh
keys.
yeah. It's so confusing, but you guys are amazing, and you will not fall in this trap again. Okay, so when the subject follows the verb, okay, find the subject, which in this case is a set rather than keys. So, and then, so set here is the subject. Then make sure that the verb agrees with it. And we have a very wonderful tip here, boys. So, the grammar gal says, what does she say?
When the subject follows the verb, rearrange the sentence in normal order to
To
check
start with the subject, of course.
for proper subject-verb agreements.
Can you give us examples, Anthony? Like, for example, this example, how are you going to
So we moved a set of keys to the start of the sentence.
Yeah, this is the normal place of a subject, because the subject normally
Usually
comes
comes
for the
For the
verb.
verb, yes. And then we can have a look. It's a set is the
Singular,
singular, therefore we use the plural.
the
the
verb
verb
is.
is.
The singular verb
Yes, sorry,
is.
singular
Yeah,
is.
that's absolutely right. Very good. So let's move on to subject also appear after verbs in questions, right? Because in question we sometimes reverse the order of the sentence. So we start with the question word, then the helping verb, then the subject itself. Like for example, where is or are Heather and Chris now? So who am I asking about?
Both, plural.
Very
Heather and
good.
Chris.
So yeah, find the subject, Heather and Chris, then decide which verb should go with. So the clue here, the key here to answering such questions is you decide on the verb before you go ahead and choose the right answer. So
So this has to be are.
yeah, in this case.
Where are Heather and Chris now? Remember that subjects joined by and usually take plural verbs.
Yeah, we said that before. Yeah. So an expression of amount, like the word set, which is confusing now,
Yeah.
because the word set is an expression of amount.
Yes.
Maybe singular or plural, so we gotta be careful with this. So what's an expression of amount? So let's see together what an expression of amount here is. So an expression of amount can be a measurement, or can be a percentage, or can be a fraction. So for example, here we are talking about 2 inches, so this is plural. 100%. This plural or
Singular.
singular? It's singular, yeah, very good. 1/6, again, it's singular.
Singular.
Yeah. So let's see a tip here.
When trying to decide whether a word is singular or plural, ask yourself if the word it or the word they
Yeah, it could replace or them, of
or
course.
them could be used instead.
Or could replace these words. For example, if I'm talking about 3/4 of the pizza, am I going to replace 3/4 with it or they?
3/4.
Of the pizza. Of course, I'm going to replace it with it.
It.
Yeah. So
It
it's
is
gone.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. But if I'm talking about 2 slices of the pizza, I'm going to say they are gone.
They are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way to find out and to sort out the confusion if there is any, inshallah. I hope there's no confusion at all. We are running short of time, Anthony, so we have only a couple of minutes to finish this.
Okay. Identify the subject of each verb in parentheses. Then choose the form of the verb that agrees with that subject. Be prepared to explain your answer.
Aha.
There is or are several seats left.
So what's the subject here, Anthony?
Several.
Seats.
Seats.
Yeah, that's absolutely so. So we're going to go for
Plural.
very good. That's absolutely right. So let's go to number 2.
$5 buys or buy less today than 3 years ago.
So this is a bit tricky because $5 here we are talking about a $5 note.
Yes.
So can we say buys or buy?
We have to say buys.
Buys, yes, very good, very good, very good. So here we go. Let's check.
So
Yeah.
because the subject dollars because refers to a single unit.
Yeah.
Therefore, the singular verb buys.
Yeah,
behind
single
this.
unit because normally we have a $5 note. So $1, $5, $10, and even here in Riyadh we have 1, 5, 10, 20. Although we don't normally have 20 these days, and we have 50 and then 100 and then 500 notes. Yeah, these are the notes in Saudi notes. The last question here.
Does or do 5 months have fewer than 30 days?
So we are talking about
Months.
months. Very good. 5 months.
So we have to say does. No, we have to say
Do.
do.
Yeah, very good, because these are 5 months.
Yes.
Very good, boys. So I'm going to leave it to Mr. Anthony to finish end today's class with you guys. Have a very good day. I hope you benefit from this class. See you, inshallah, on Sunday. Have a very good weekend. Sir Anthony?
Yeah, thank you for listening, and we be attentive to what's happening on the school website, and try to keep yourself active this weekend, and during the week also every day try to do some physical exercise, because I know that staying home can be a little bit...
Yeah, and we hope that next week, inshallah, we'll be seeing them here at school, because there are quite a strong belief that we're going to be back next week, inshallah.
Yes.
Yeah, so see you
Okay,
guys.
thanks guys. Goodbye. This one?